Today's lesson is stay on track. Do we know what is fun anymore? All this month, I've been talking to you about the topic of staying on track. It's really important because we're living in a society where many people are getting lost. Many people are searching for things. People are headed down a dangerous road, a destructive path. I want to set us right and put us on track. So there's a couple of things I need you to learn in these couple of weeks, okay? Today's topic, stay on track. Do we know what fun is anymore? This came to me because I see that a lot of people look for things that are supposed to be fun, but they don't really seem like they're fun, okay? So example came to me, I was thinking about marriage. Of course, a lot of you know that I do a lot with couples and marriage. Everybody thinks that, you know, a marriage should be happy all the time, but we all know that's not true. It's the same thing with happiness. People think that they should be happy 24/7, but that's not true either. Sometimes you're going to be happy, sometimes you're going to be sad, but I want you to know the lesson in there is that happiness is a choice. I want you to know you get to choose whether you react or whether you respond. And I always tell people that reacting is physiological, okay? It's based off of your emotion. And then you have responding. When you respond based on how you want to respond, how you want to approach others, how you want to respond to that question or that person. For example, if you have a flat tire on the road and you get upset with the police officer, you get upset with the highway patrolman, you get upset with whoever stops, and then you get into work and you look at people as though you better not say anything to me or else. You've made yourself have a very unhappy day, okay? However, if you look back at that situation and say, unfortunately, you have a flat tire and you are nice to the police officer. You enjoy the conversation with the highway patrolman who's helping you. Ask them about their day or their family or how it's going so far. Maybe you sit on the side of your car and dangle your feet. Maybe you just enjoy that process because there's nothing you can do about it. Then you go into work, you apologize for being late, and then you go on with your day. Maybe even asking, can I stay a little bit later to make up the time that I lost? I promise you, if you change your perspective, you will have a better day. I want you to know that happiness is a choice. I want us to sort of find ways to calm down, find ways to really think about how we think about fun in our lives. We have to take responsibility for our own happiness and stop allowing society and the world to tell us what is fun. I want to address a few things that I keep seeing that make me say, okay? Number one, people don't seem to really know what to do with themselves. They really don't know what makes them happy. They don't know what to do anymore. And number two, when people say, I don't know what fun is anymore, what are they really saying about themselves? I don't know what I like. That's what they're really saying. I don't really know what makes me happy anymore, okay? What is fun? Number two, second big piece that I want to talk about is what do you do when running isn't fun? And some people ask me, they say, well, Dr. Perry, what do you mean by running? How am I running? I say, okay, some people are still running. They're going to the bars after work every single day. That's just what they do. They're trying to find that happiness. Some people are dressing like they're 17, acting like they're 15, not wanting actually to take responsibility for life, not understanding that life is full of responsibility. That's what it's all about. That's what makes us a grown-up. Anybody catch that? Just checking. Okay? Some of us think that we're supposed to stay young. There's nothing wrong with feeling young, feeling active, feeling good, feeling healthy, but we're not supposed to stay young. There was a reason why you crossed over those rites of passage so that you went from being a child to being an adult. It's time for us to step up and take responsibility for our own happiness. I want to know if you're tired yet of running. The third big thing that I want to talk to you about is something I want people just to know. Some people come to me being a counselor and say, it's not that I want to die, I just want to learn how to live. Literally, some people don't know how to live. Every time they get their feelings hurt, they question their life or their purpose. Every time they look at their family, they ask God, why? Why me? Why them? Every time they look in the mirror, they don't see the person that they want to be. Those are questions that many people are asking themselves and things that you want to work on. I want to encourage you that even though you don't like your life, I want you to know that life likes you. I want you to know that there is a life out there that's worth living. There are things that can make you happy, things that you can do. You just need to maybe sit down with someone like myself or either find things that you find pleasure in again. Doesn't mean just because you don't like life doesn't mean that life doesn't like you. There are many things that you can do. You have a purpose, as you'll keep hearing me say. Fourthly, some people are just lost in their searching. Some people have no clue for what they're even looking for. They don't even know that they missed out on it. They don't even know what's missing in their life. Some of these people are just doing dumb things. They're just doing things with their time. They're getting in trouble. They're just not paying attention to their choices. They don't even care about you or I. Those are not things that we want in our society. So we need to help those around us to find their purpose so that they're not just lost. Some people are looking for advice. They go to the wrong people and they'll find destructive. I've seen people go and get advice for their relationships or for their life, and people will say, well, again, just go to the bar, and that's how you work out your problems. Just go to wherever, just work out your problems. But find someone that's going to talk to you and your wife or your husband. Find someone who's going to talk to your heart, talk to your purpose, talk you into life and not into death. I want you to know, some people ask, does anything even matter? I want you to know, yes, it all matters. It all matters in what you do and having fun. I want to speak to your heart right now, because everything that you do is about your soul, your freedom, your purpose. Everything matters. This topic, stay on track. I need you to stay on track, because what's fun? Anything can be fun. Everything can be fun. But it's a matter of who you are and what your purpose is and who you are. So I need you to remember, as you go through your week, as I've been saying, as I speak life into you, how will you go about your week? How will you live your life? Who will you be today? It's now time for another segment of our inspirational moment. And we have with us again, Mr. Jose and Ms. Stephanie Gomez. Give them a hand. Welcome back again.
Yeah, thanks for having us again.
I'm so excited for you guys to be here. You started off last week telling us a little bit about your story and just being married and how you met. And you're a huge family, huge in today's society. 6 kids is a lot. And just trying to be awesome parents, not because of some statistic or society notion, but just because of it's who you are. And it's not easy.
Yeah. I don't know about awesome parents. We're just trying to be parents, but yeah.
Well, I think you're awesome. And one of the big reasons that, you know, when you guys were talking to me, that I felt like you were doing awesome things, because again, you just think it's normal, okay? But I see lots of parents, and not everybody's doing some awesome things. So we want people to step up to the plate. Kids need their parents to be involved, and you guys are definitely involved. And so one of the things that you were telling me is that you got involved in coaching. How did that come about?
Well, we have 6 kids, and at the time we had 4 that were living at home with us, so we like to keep them busy.
Yes.
And we had a college coach tell us that we needed to have our daughter play in travel
Okay.
softball.
Okay.
And when we went to take her to play, the team didn't have coaches, and so we volunteered.
Oh, see?
Well, and you know, at the time, we also had the boys that were at the house. We had them playing football,
Okay.
and
Right.
they needed a football assistant coach, so I was actually doing the football assistant coaching.
Wow.
And then she came home with this. I was like, that's great.
So now you're a football coach and you're a softball coach. Okay, all right.
And he tried to continue doing both, but that didn't work for too long. He had to give up one just because the softball required traveling, and we just got to be real close to the girls and
Yeah.
Yeah.
figured out that they, I don't want to say needed us, but they needed a coach so that they could keep playing.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
that's what we did.
And I know with coaching, it's kind of like life coaching as well.
It is. You know, you spend a lot of time, and you know, the kids at the time, they were, you know, 15 and under, and so those are the times when, you know, a lot of kids need their parents.
Yes.
And you know, with the travel softball, that wasn't so much of an issue. But when I was
Yeah.
coaching football, it was a rec league, and there was a lot of kids that, you know, they had one parent and not the other, and there was a lot of military kids.
Okay.
So their parents are deployed, and so, you know, it kind of draws us to those kids and just kind of give them a little bit of guidance, a little bit of structure, and have fun with them. So,
Exactly.
you know.
Exactly. And that's really all kids need. I tell parents all the time, kids need love and they need discipline. Okay? You give them those two, everything else is extra. Everything else is extra, but they need love, they need discipline. And part of that love is time. They need someone to talk to. And so that's what I meant by the life coaching piece, along with the sports coaching, because I'm sure on the buses and the cars, or when you stop to eat a burger or whatever, somebody was asking you about something.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
There were questions.
You know, part of the time they lived at our house.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, we've had sleepovers, countless
Countless.
sleepovers.
Oh, my goodness.
Had a team over, but yeah.
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
And you're right. They do ask the questions, and sometimes there's kids that just don't talk, but you know something's wrong. And she was real good about picking that up with the girls. I had it with with the boys when I was coaching football. But like she said, the football thing kind of had to go by the wayside because this travel softball just really consumes a lot of time, and we really wanted to do right by the girls. So we were attending coaches clinics as well to make ourselves more knowledgeable, so we could help them even more.
The objective was to get them into college.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's why they're playing travel softball.
I love that. Okay, so not just for the school, but for the league, was it?
It was just an organization, nonprofit, that
Okay.
would they would raise money. We would take the girls to tournaments throughout the country, so the college coaches could see them play, keep track of them. We'd help them with writing letters to the coaches saying, "I'm interested in playing for you," all that kind of stuff. So
Calling
it was
college coaches.
That's beautiful.
Trying to find them a home for when they graduate.
Yeah. You guys don't know how much work that is, do you?
Oh, we know exactly how much work that is because it's a world on its own when you're just trying to get a child recruited into a college on sports.
Exactly. And you did this for how long?
Well, I'm still doing it.
Yes, she is.
Okay, all
so
right.
5 years total where we ended up actually physically coaching, going to the ball field, stuff like
Yeah.
that. Then afterwards she continued with helping, because we'd gotten so close to the kids.
Yeah,
she
that-
continued helping them even after we stopped coaching
Yes.
to watch Madison play.
Okay.
She kept helping out the girls. I mean, they'll still come over, they'll still text, "Hey, Coach
Yeah.
Steph, hey, Coach
Yeah.
Jose."
And if they need
so-
a ride to take them to visit
Yeah.
a college,
They
I
still call
love to
you.
do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Aw.
Oh, yeah.
See? And your daughter was playing at the time as well.
She was.
Well, okay.
She was, and she was recruited and now plays in college.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And what I meant by saying, how much work it was or is, it's a lot of work, but I think you don't understand how amazing that is, that you would want to put that much time and invest. In addition to having 6 kids and then investing in how many other kids?
Oh,
and,
gosh.
And the food costs. I'm sure you spent time at Sam's Club or Costco.
Oh, Sam's Club, Costco, the commissary,
rooms.
hotel
and
rooms, you
commissary,
name it. And it wasn't just the kids we got close to. A lot of the parents we got
Parents, yeah.
close to
Oh,
as well.
that's
We're still
awesome.
close to them,
Awesome.
today. So
creating a community.
yes,
But it's rewarding.
Very.
I remember we actually took one of our girls to a college visit, and she came away crying because she was so excited.
Aww.
I think
Yeah.
we cried the whole way home.
Pretty much, yeah. She was calling her mom,
Yeah.
saying, "Mom, this is where I need to be." The coach is and she was just in tears. And in fact,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
my eyes are starting to must
Yeah.
be allergies, but
Yeah.
So that makes
Yeah.
it worth it.
Exactly. And that's why I have you guys on the show. Because these are inspiring moments that we want to inspire people to continue doing great things, to continue being good people and making a difference. I meet so many people who they want to do great things, and then I have some people who've retired from doing good stuff. It's like, I don't have time, I don't want to do this. But even if you have kids, or even if you don't, like just spending a little bit of time with one child, like what a difference it makes in a person's life. And not even just children, because a lot of my children are adults.
Right. We have those too.
yeah, you sure
And
do.
so, this work that you're doing is super important. And so I love what you're doing. I know there's a few other things that you're involved in, but you guys are going to have to wait. Okay. So when we come back, I actually want to talk to you more about some of those organizations and different things that you're doing right now. So we're going to make everybody wait a week and hear more from you. But awesome job in what you're doing, okay? Thank you again for being here. Thank you so much for watching It's Life Changing. Please welcome to the show, Mr. Andre Skinner.
Thank you for having me here, Dr. Perry. My name is Andre Skinner, the Center Director for the Prudence Center for Industry and Technology.
Thank you so much for being here. And I understand this is a new role for you.
Yes, very excited after having served for 3 years as the principal at Elephants Fork Elementary School.
Beautiful.
I have the opportunity after 10 years to return as the Prudence Center's director.
I think that's awesome. The Prudence Center is a little different from elementary school.
Oh, big difference, big difference. Just opportunities for students, opportunities for adults as well, and it just gives you an opportunity to transition into the workforce as well as college readiness skills.
Exactly, exactly. So I know there's a number of programs over there, from electrician to cosmetology to nursing and those type of things. So what are some of the things that you're looking forward to doing as a new director?
Big deal, increasing enrollment. We have approximately 16
Yes.
programs right now,
Yes.
4 special programs, and with all of those things going on, things have changed from the VOTEC to now the Prudence Center for Industry and Technology.
Oh, I
so
like
just
that.
increased
Okay.
awareness and giving young people an opportunity for career exploration prior to working in the job force.
Are you still working with the area high schools as far as doing that whole 2-year, 1-year transition?
Absolutely. That's one thing that we're going to be strategically working on with all of the 5 high schools, because we work with the city of Isle of Wight as well as Suffolk Public Schools.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, so students can still come over in their junior year or senior year to take those classes, and some of them offer certifications.
Absolutely.
Right?
The majority, if not all, of our programs offer certifications. Some
Nice.
offer several certifications that give you that credentialing so that when you've completed the courses, you work out in that workforce field with credentials that allow you to become employed much faster than just an individual coming in with a clean application.
Okay, and I'm kind of familiar with it a little bit, but I love this name change. Say the name change again for me.
The Prudence Center for Industry and Technology.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get it right because I want to say the Prudence Center. Okay, and so we'll say the Prudence Center here. Also, I know you have a number of community programs too that you offer for our older adults or just folks who are not in high school.
Right. We have the Microsoft IT program, which
Okay.
kind of gives you an opportunity for young adults or older adults to come in and sharpen their Microsoft suite skills. We also have GED preparation. And, we also offer welding, utility, heavy construction, and cosmetology as adult night classes as well. So some of those classes have the same opportunities that our young high schoolers have.
That is very nice. Do you offer any scholarships, financial aid?
We do on a limited basis,
Okay.
but each individual has different criteria that
Okay.
will make you eligible or not.
Okay, but it's still much more affordable many times than going to maybe a 4-year school. Obviously, it does not cost thousands of dollars. You know, we're not talking $20,000 or $30,000, so it's definitely more affordable sometimes.
Absolutely. All of the programs are free. The majority of the payments or services that our students will be paying for will be gowns if they're in nurse aid, stethoscopes, blood pressure monitoring, gloves if you're in the welding program. So very, very small cost for what you're going to receive on the back end.
Okay, and so I know it's more of a community center, but not really, right? So who can come to the Prudence Center?
For our high school, you're going to look at juniors and seniors at our
Okay.
high schools. Of course, you have Nansemond River, Lakeland High School, Kings Fork. Then on the Isle of Wight side, you have Windsor High School and Smithfield High School.
Okay.
So those will be the 5 high schools that we serve.
But as far as the community folks, though,
Community, anybody can
Anyone.
come in and you can take any class that's available. We also have, during our adult ed, we have a fall schedule that gives you an opportunity to showcase what skills that you can also improve on. We have HVAC, the welding program. So there's things that some of our adults, if you want a second career, you can jump
exactly.
into.
And this will help increase enrollment. But I wanted people to know, because I think a lot of people think in a community is just it's a community place.
Right.
But what we want to let people know is that you don't have to, just be in that community. Sometimes you might want to come for that smaller class size, those type of things I think is really great at the Prudence Center. So just to give you a little kudos.
That's
there.
right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Of course. Can you tell us how people can get in touch with your office or the Prudence Center for more information?
Contact for the Prudence Center. You can direct all contacts to Mr. Skinner, Director, or Robin Rose, Adult Ed Coordinator. We're located at 4169 Prudence Boulevard out in Suffolk. Also, our website, www.prudencecenter.net, with the phone number of 757-925-5651.
Awesome job. Thank you, Mr. Andre Skinner.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. I declare peace in your life. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. I wish you a wonderful week. Thank you again for watching. It's life-changing.